I'm going to share a story about Warren with you, which is we played Texas in 1978, and they had a beast of a team.
We got shut out that day, 21-0 on our home field. I remember Coach Powers coming into the film room. He had a canister of film.
He said, this is the first half offensive films, flung it against the wall. And he said, this is the second half offensive film, flung it against the wall.
See someone hurl a reel of film across the room. It got your attention. He could light a fire under a player.
And I think it's important watching them develop, watching them with success. Also watching them cry, when they lose. How do they accept defeat? How do you accept adversity? These are the things that you learn.
I met Warren back in 1965 when I was drafted by the Oakland Raiders, and he was already a Raider at the time. He still ranks number 10 on the all-time Raiders list for interceptions.
Fast forward to 1977, we finish with a 4-7 record, the worst of which we lose to Kansas. Warren Powers then is named as the new face of Missouri football.
The Warren Powers teams were very aggressive, hard-hitting, very tough teams. That was the hallmark.
I always felt that every time we stepped on the football field, we were always prepared and that we were competitive enough. I thought we were going to win every football game. And I think that was a direct reflection on Coach Powers and his staff and having us prepared for each and every game.
He wanted to get the most out of you as an individual and get the most out of you as a player. He was a competitive guy, as I think his teams took on his personality, and he liked to win.
Well, I told Warren, I said, you left me as a roommate, so I'm going back to Columbia and I'm getting married to Suzanne. And he says, if that's the case, you're going to have to get me a wife. I said, well, I'll just have Suzanne work on that.
It was a blind date, and I got most of my information through a very good friend, Suzanne Otto. And we met then in January and got married the following August, so it was very, very quick. We will be married 50 years coming this August, so it's been a long and pretty good journey, I have to say.
The thing I like best about Linda is that she likes me, and that she wants to be with me and live with me, and so I've been very happy about that.
Linda Powers, from the first time I met her, I thought, wow, Coach Powers is very lucky. This woman is beautiful, tremendous with people, always made you feel welcome.
Warren's very fortunate to have Linda because she is so on top of his situation, very caring, loves him dearly.
Well, it was when he was in his late 60s that I first noticed symptoms of Alzheimer's. And if we'd make plans to go out with someone, he never had to be reminded of that. He just would remember.
Reconnected with Warren right at the end of when he was working at Bommarito. You could see that the effects were starting to take place.
Still the same cordial person that he always was, but I felt that there was some sort of disconnect there, and I couldn't put my finger on it.
The biggest thing about Warren is he will not initiate a conversation anymore. He just responds to things said.
Warren used to be able to walk into a room, people could come up to him, he would always be willing to talk to him, more than happy to give an autograph, and all of those things have changed.
I know he relies on Linda a lot. You'll ask him a question, he goes, well, ask her, she knows.
And Warren's very fortunate to have that because he needs somebody to run his life right now, and she is the right person to do it.
He does go to daycare, he doesn't stay alone anymore, but he loves to be with people. He loves to be part of life, and for that I'm very thankful. But I think people are fearful because they don't understand it. But eventually you have to face the facts, is that this journey does not have to be a journey alone. You can have the support of the Alzheimer's Association. You can have support of other people that are going through the very same thing you're going through, either as a caregiver or as a patient.
Linda's more like his mother. Got to depend on her so much.
Something as simple as setting the table. I need to tell him to get a knife and a fork and a plate and a glass.
I've kind of depend on her to give me some directions and do some things that I need to do.
We still love each other. We still are happy to be together. But as far as a relationship that you share as a husband and wife, it's just not the same.
When you have a friend this close, it's really hard to watch. it's tough, And he's got a great caretaker right there with Linda.
It's the simple things in life that you miss, and you don't really appreciate that until you no longer have it. And it happens so quickly, and you're lost.
You expect to spend your life, in happiness and bliss as you age together. Well, she's doing it sort of on her own.
Just imagine if you're living with someone that has Alzheimer's and all of a sudden you were able to share a conversation with him again, to go to a movie, to go out to dinner and talk about your day. Imagine the things that you've lost because of this dreadful disease. I would give anything to be able to do that again. And that's gone forever.
Imagine if you could have a loved one, a father, a mother, a sister, a brother, have some cure for Alzheimer's, and you could get them back.
Imagine them having a normal life together and fulfilling their dreams.
Just imagine the everyday things that have been taken away. Imagine what that's like.
Imagine a world without Alzheimer's.